first day of summer vacay, which is why I look like this, and I don't care. And I don't care who knows it. So I've just been a potato today and proud of it. So I am feeling the effects of all the flurry of activity the last week or so. So since, I guess, well, over a week, I would say. It's a week and a half of activity. It's been a little much. It's been a lot. Been a lot to do. Haven't really had a chance to recoup from all the festivities of graduation and end of school and all of that. So today I just decided I wasn't really going to do anything. But then I realized that Pikachu does not have any more of his food. He ate the last of it this morning. I went, oh crud. And if you have been keeping up with my cat drama, he's the one that went to the vet for an emergency about a month ago. And he had crystals in his urine. His bladder was enlarged so much that they were afraid it was going to actually burst, which would have killed him. So he had to stay in the vet hospital for a couple of days. And they had to catheterize him and continue to drain his bladder until it was back to normal size. And they said at that time he might need to go on a special food, but they would see how he was doing, and he was doing okay. But then just a little while later, I noticed that he seemed to be having trouble going to the bathroom. And so I took him in and they checked him, and they're like, okay, we want to put him on special food because he's developing crystals in his urine, which blocks their urethra where they can't go to the bathroom, which is very bad because then the toxins cannot get out of your system and they just back up into your bladder until you can have a horrible infection and die. So we don't want that, of course. So anyway, because of that, he's on a special food, and can't tell you the name of it right now, but I'll put a picture of it right here. So that is what I'm going to the vet to get. And I actually looked on Amazon and it's cheaper at the vet, strangely enough, because it's a prescription and not a lot of people can carry it. So I'm heading up the road to my vet. Now, thankfully, the vet is literally at the end of this road. Like, I'm almost there already. And I was like, is there a way that I can not get it today and just, muddle through with a little bit of the regular food? I thought, no, because then, like, they're only open a little bit tomorrow, and then they won't be open Sunday, and they're probably closed on Monday for Memorial Day. And I'm like, I can't not get him a special food. That would be terrible of me to do that. Man, find a place to park here. It's really, really busy today. I wonder if people are getting their pets all spiffied for the holiday weekend. I don't know. There's a lot of people here. So I'm going to go in and get his special food. All right. You saw the enormous bag I got this time. Last time it was a 4-pound bag. This time it is a 17-pound bag, and it was much cheaper per pound. So I checked on Amazon, and the vet is actually cheaper. So it was like $75 for this bag, and it was like $25 for the small bag. So I'm doing better getting the big bag, because Pikachu will eat that for a while because he's just one little guy. He should be eating on that for quite a while, actually. All right, now we'll just head on home. I think the Memorial Day traffic has begun. I see a lot of people out now. The vet's office was busy. They had a sign-in sheet. I have never had to sign in before. That was weird. So just super busy time. I heard a phone call. Somebody was telling the veterinary people that they had lost their apartment in the storm and they couldn't keep their pets, so they're trying to rehome them. So sad. Yeah, that awful storm that really disrupted people's lives. Some people completely lost their homes. Some people lost part of their roof. Some people lost their entire roof. Some people have a lot of damage to their yard because their trees were literally ripped out of the ground. I've seen the damage that storms do to homes, and I am always shocked and awed by that. But seeing a giant tree that has been literally sucked out of the ground, and you can see the root ball and it's laying over on top top of the ground is just mind-boggling to me, because that was buried. Holy cow, it just ripped it right out of there and ripped it off the roots and tossed it across. Oh, it was awful. So you saw the storm damage that we went around and looked at last night. So you know what I'm talking about. I had to ask my husband what that big glob of dirt was in that person's yard. He's like, that's the root ball from the tree. And I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, that's horrible. So yeah, it was pretty bad. And we didn't even get the worst of it here. That's the scary thing. The city about 30 miles from us east got much worse damage. It basically went down the Highway 54 and took everything. Horrible, just horrible. It went down a major boulevard and took out so much stuff. Like the Sonic was obliterated, a car dealership was obliterated, an apartment complex was obliterated, a break time gas station was obliterated. I mean, it was horrible. One of the teachers that basically switched places with me, she went to first and I went to second. Her uncle is the manager of the car dealership that got destroyed. She said he's on vacation in Florida right now, and I can't imagine even trying to relax after finding out your whole dealership is just gone. All of the cars were destroyed on the lot as well, like everything. So just millions and millions and millions of dollars of damage. The biggest thing that happened to us was the cat dishes went flying off the deck. Not even all of them, just 4. So I just have to pick them up and put them back on the deck. No big deal. We had no damage at all. So thank you, God, for sparing us, because that could have been really, really bad. Okay, I'm home, and I'm probably just gonna go be a potato some more. So Caitlin comes home tonight. I'm so excited. Shut the car off. Super excited for her to come home. I don't know what time she'll get here. I told her already that she's going to be in Memorial Day traffic coming through Kansas City. So be really, really super vigilant about maniacs driving around, and just let them go past you. Don't even let it upset you. Just let them go on by, because you'd rather have them past you than chomping at the bit trying to get past you. So I'm expecting it to take more than 3 hours for her to get home. It took us 3 hours to take her there Monday, but with the traffic and stuff and people traveling, it's just going to be crazy. So hopefully I can call her periodically. I don't want to text her because I don't want her to be distracted. But I think I'll call her periodically because she can do hands-free calling. And she actually has like a plug-in thing that goes in the lighter. Like we have this thing so we can charge our phones. She has like a little device that you can plug into the lighter thing, and you can play music through it. Like you can hook into a radio station that doesn't have anything on it. It's kind of dead air, and play whatever off your phone. And also you can call through that. So we can do that with her so she's safe and she doesn't have to worry about holding anything. But yeah, I'll be nervous until she gets here. Like she hasn't left yet because she hasn't gotten off work yet. But you know, as mamas, we never stop worrying no matter how old our babies get. But this will be her first time driving through there by herself. I was with her when we went there. So, but she has GPS, and really it's not that many turns. I mean, you take some major interstates. You take I-35, you take I-70. That's about it. And then you get through town and you get to 54 and 52. So not too many changes, thankfully, but I'm sure she's going to be a little nervous. I'm going to be a little nervous. Dad's going to be a little nervous. But she can always call us if she gets stuck or if she gets panicky or anything. So I'm looking forward to her coming home. Oh, my baby's coming home. And it's an extra long weekend too. Yay. She has made a huge list of things that she needs to get while she's here. Things that she forgot and things that she didn't even know that she needed. Which, doesn't that always happen when you go somewhere and you're going to stay for a while? You can't think of everything. So I think we're probably going to get her some more food and probably send her with some cooking supplies, because she's a baker and they have like nothing to bake in. She's like, Mom, I got this bowl and a spoon. That's about it. I'm like, oh. But we kind of have to temper sending her stuff with not sending too much, because then she has to bring it all back. Ugh. I don't want to give her too much and have her have to bring it all back, but I want to give her enough that she has what she needs. All right, I'm going to go potato some more, and I'll talk to you some other time. Hello, happy Memorial Day and greetings from the side of the road. Caitlin left our house around 6 and around 7 we got a little bit of a frantic call saying that she had hit something, not alive, nothing animal-like or human-like, and she had pulled off on a gravel road and then she had a giant hole in her tire. And we're like, oh, okay. And she lost her side mirror, just the mirror part, not the whole apparatus. So we're like, okay, drop a pin where you are. We'll come. Dad'll bring a tire. He's putting one in the trunk right now. And we got here in pretty good time. And while he was changing the tire, it's like animals back there. While he was changing the tire, we walked down the road a little bit to try to figure out what she hit. And we're like, let's drive the car. So once he got everything out of the car that he needed, we drove down, and then we couldn't park real near where we thought she might have hit something. So we pulled into like a church driveway thing, an old country church down the road. And we walked up a little ways and we're like, oh yeah, we're thinking you hit that little bridge thing there. It's like a little concrete thing. And so I don't know if she bumped one of the little road signs and then bumped into the concrete of the little bridge. The bridge was really short, like not even a car length. I mean, it was really short. It just goes over like a creek or something. So we walked around and kind of looked around the grass a little bit. It wasn't super safe place to walk around though, because we were on hills on the highway and there were no shoulders. You know, country road, just a 2-lane road. Not a lot of place to pull off. So that's why she picked this road here by someone's farm. So we didn't find the mirror. Like, you know what? We're not going to find it. It probably went down that water. We're not going to worry about it so much. They can't be that expensive, theoretically. So let's just get out of here. When we were getting ready to turn back, we saw a highway patrolman, and he turned around and stopped and gave us a ride back to the car. So all was good. All right, we're going to head back to home, and Caitlin's on her way back to Kansas. Exciting adventures. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I've almost gotten to the point where I've lost track of the days. Yay. I love it when I get to that point. That means I'm in full summer teacher mode. Yeah. I am on my way to a hair appointment to get a trim and a color. So this is the before, and you'll see the after. I did not do much to myself other than make sure I was clean. So I have clean clothes on. I have very, very minimal makeup on. Not even any foundation. I have moisturizer. I have a little bit of eyeshadow and a little bit of mascara and some lipstick, and that is it. My nails are off because I'm giving them a break. Plus I'm going to be cleaning. Sorry, I have a very bumpy road. I'm going to be cleaning, organizing, yada yada, at home and at school. This week is potato week for me because I generally don't really do much of anything the first week out of school because I'm just pooped. You know what it's like. You have run the race and now you can enjoy the spoils of finishing. So I did some things over the weekend with my family because Caitlin was home and didn't really do anything yesterday, which I enjoyed fully. I just kind of lounged around and watched Netflix and poked around on the computer. I have done a little bit of planning for school because that's just the way I roll. I always like to get one of those $10 planners from Walmart. I'll show you that. I brought it with me so I can show you at the salon. And it's one of the full-size ones so I can write all kinds of stuff down in it. And I like to just kind of map out my year a little bit just so I feel like I've kind of got a grip on things. And also while things are fresh in my mind, like I want to do May first because I just finished May. So I can put things that are fresh in my mind now, like the things that you go, oh, I want to do it this way next year, or I want to do this next year at the end of the year. You won't remember at the end of the year next year unless you write it down, unless you got a mind like a steel trap, which I do not. So I rely on writing it down in my planner. I also have a new happy planner, but it doesn't start till July. So I don't have June at all. Well, that's okay because I don't need to be planning anything in June. Nothing's going on in June teacher-wise except for the awesome Get Your Teach On conference. That is June 29th through July 3rd. So I'm super excited to go with my teacher tuber BFF Marielle Sanchez from Pencils and Magic Wands. If you don't watch her, what are you doing with your life? You must go check her out, like right now. Like, stop watching this, go check her out. I'll put her link down below. She's amazing. I love her. We did lots of summer collabs last year. We'll probably do some this year. She's got some cool teacher tags I'm gonna do too. And we just talk quite often. Right now she's still in school, so I'm not bugging her too much because I know this is stress time for her. Her state testing is over. Man, it's bright out here. Like I said, her state testing is over, but she still has end of the year to get through. You know how kids just kind of are done after testing? Totally makes sense. If you hear rattling around, it's paint cans. I need to return a couple of cans of spray paint from my movie theater transformation before it's too late. They've been rolling around in my trunk for a while after I finally brought them to the car. So I'm going to Walmart after my hair appointment to get food for Onyx because she has to have special weight maintenance food. And I gotta get some cereal for my husband and a couple of other things probably. Oh goodness. The weather around here in Kansas has been awful. So you will have already seen some footage of the tornado damage that I shot the day after we had our awful tornado. But thankfully, our house was spared. All we got was a little bit of wind and the cat dishes blew off the deck. No big deal. We had nothing else happen. No roof shingles were lost, nothing. We didn't even lose any trees. But some of the other people around our town, not so fortunate. So I'm very happy that we were blessed with not having any damage. Okay, I'm at the salon, so I'm gonna go in and get my hair did. Okay, got my hair done. It's not super fixed right now, but the color is cool. I like it. So I'll put some pictures of the back right here so you can see what it looks like. I would just snap some when I was sitting in the car. I'm headed to Walmart now. Woohoo. Super exciting. Oh, there's an ambulance coming. Get up here and pull off. Okay. Well, must have gotten where they're going already. That was quick. Weird. Anyway, okay, I'm headed to Walmart. Get exciting, fun cat food for Onyx. Yay! And it seemed like I needed one other thing. I wrote it down so I don't have to worry about it. And I'm going to take back these paint cans that keep wobbling around in here. Get those taken back. And then go home and have some lunch and be a potato again on the couch. Yay, I can finish watching the movie I was watching. I'm watching The Bone Collector, which is about catching a serial killer. It's a total fictional movie with Denzel Washington and Angelina Jolie. And it's pretty interesting. And what I like about it the most is they don't show stuff. I don't need to see the gore. It's enough to know that there are creepy people out there. I don't need to see what they actually do. So it's really from the aspect of finding the clues and catching the killer, not focused on the actual killing, which I like. So it's the forensic side. So that's gonna be the rest of my lunchtime. That sounds really great to watch a serial killer movie while you're eating lunch, but like I said, not gory or gross or anything. It's an older movie too, so that helps. I told Kate when I was watching that, she's like, ew. I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't show stuff. I mean, like the newer movies, they think they need to show you everything, like the actual process of what the person is doing. And I don't want to see that. Yeah. My windshield is so gross. Wow. Bug splatters everywhere. Probably from our trip to give Caitlin a new tire. So yeah, that was fun. Super fun doing that on Monday. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. She's fine. And the tornadoes and stuff that were around her, like in the Kansas City area and the Lawrence, Kansas area, she's like in between those two places. She didn't really get anything. So she was fine. She was in the tornado watch area, but nothing happened where she was. So she was all safe and sound. I was happy to hear that. I was in contact with her to let her know to keep an eye on the weather and to be able to take cover if she needed to. But she was so tired yesterday. It really didn't faze her any. She got home at like 1 in the morning, Tuesday morning, and then didn't get to bed till like 2 because she wanted to set up her shelf and her grow light and things for her plants. So she sent pictures. It looks really nice. We got her a metal shelf so she could put it by the window in her bedroom. We got her a little desk lamp, and that looks really cute on her desk in her room. So she's all set up. She forgot all of her chargers though. Don't you always forget something when you go somewhere? Yeah, but those were kind of important. She said she snitched the charger cord out of the car, which I guess she must have had a block. She stole the block from something. I don't even know what. Her Amazon thing, I guess. Fire Stick. And then she snitched the cord from the car. And then she can't charge her watch though because she doesn't have her Apple Watch charger, which that's a whole different deal. Anyway, so I guess she won't be having her watch working all week, but she can get her charger when she comes back home on Friday. That will be good. All right, I'm at Walmart in the parking lot looking for a spot. They always block a whole bunch of spaces with like gardening stuff, mulch and big bags of soil and gardening rocks and things. And they block off some of the spots for flowers. So you can't always park where you normally park. I'm a creature of habit. I tend to park in the same type of area each time so that I can find myself again. All right, I'm here. If there's anything interesting to show you, I will be sure to do that. Well, I didn't find anything super exciting, but there was some cute things. I love Pioneer Woman stuff. So, looked at that stuff as you saw. But I didn't buy anything except for that knife set, and that's for Caitlin because it was marked down. And I'm like, oh, she would love that. And it looked like a decent couple of knives. So, they had a really pretty cutting board set that I did not film. I thought, maybe I'll go back sometime and get that for her too. But I totally forgot to bring in paint. Of course I did. It's on the floorboard rattling around still. But you know, I'll be back at Walmart before I want to be. So I'll just take more stuff back with me then. Because I have a few things that Caitlin got 2 different sizes of. And I'm taking the other size back that she didn't want. So I'm sure I'll find more things to take back. I just don't want to wait long enough that I can't take that back anymore. Because they do have like a 90-day policy or something. And probably getting pretty close to that. So we need to take it back. I'm headed home. I was thinking about going through McDonald's, but I don't think I will because I think I can scrounge something up at home to eat. We have food. I still have some frozen lunches at home, and if you don't eat those, they get freezer burned and they're not very good. So I'll probably just do one of those. And hang out with the cats and watch some more TV on Netflix. Poke around on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, you know, chill. So if anything exciting happens, I will be sure to show you. Here is the planner I was talking about. It was actually from Target this time. Walmart didn't really have anything I liked this year. Like our Walmart here is small. It's not a super center. It doesn't have a grocery thing in it. Not open 24 hours. And they just didn't have much in the way of calendars this time. So I looked at Target a couple weeks ago and I found that one. I thought that was super pretty. I always like to do my long range planning in that for the new school year. So each month I can put what I'm going to do. And now that we have a pacing guide for ELA broken down by quarter and by each quarter is broken down by week, I can like start doing that in my lesson plans. I can put the standards that I'm going to teach, and then I can think about how I want to teach them. So that'll be very helpful. I want to do that for math too, and for science and social studies, so I can make sure that everything is in there and I have a general idea of when I'm going to teach it. Now, I don't specifically have to do science and social studies at any certain time, as long as you teach all of it through the year. But if you're like me, you know that you think you have all this time and it starts slipping away and all of a sudden it's third quarter and you're like, I really need to get those in there. So I want to plan out classroom transformations like one a month. Yes, I am that crazy teacher that wants to do that because the kids love them. I love them. It makes me excited. It makes them excited. It makes their learning so much fun, and it helps them remember it better because they enjoy it. You always remember stuff you enjoy, right? Well, you also remember stuff you don't enjoy. So I don't want those kind of memories. But I want to do more classroom transformations next year even. And I'm probably going to be working on creating some more this summer. So I'm hoping to get some super awesome ideas from the Get Your Teach On conference that is going to be at the end of June when I get to go with Marielle from Pencils Magic Wands. I can hardly wait. I did make a Donors Choose project to fund the conference fee, and I only need $205 now. I'm so excited because right now, whatever organization is matching the funding that gets sent to your Donors Choose account. So anything people send, it's doubled. I'm so excited. So that's why I only need $205. Yay! So I'm hoping that gets funded. I need to have it funded by Friday because that's when my payment's due to the Get Your Teach On conference people like Hope King. So I have a few more days. I'm hoping that I can get some more funding. Usually a company will swoop in and fund some things at the last minute, so I'm kind of hoping. If not, I will fund it myself because I think I can swing $205. It's much better than $410, so that saves me a lot. I did have a really nice person from my area who said she has a grandson that goes to my school fund my project. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I sent a thank you to you on Donors Choose. I really, really appreciate that. That's so awesome. And it's exciting that it's more of a local person. So yay. Plus, the last Donors Choose project I did was for the Scholastic News and Science Spin, and that was funded by several people, and I so appreciated that. That was awesome. My kids loved it. This year, I found out that we could use our PTA grant and that our principal would pay the other half so that all of the second grade classrooms can get Scholastic News and Science Spin for next year. Yes! So I was the only one that had it this year, and I was like, you guys, this is awesome. You would love it. It makes teaching science and social studies so great because they learn about stuff and they're excited about it. And I'm going to check the mail, even though it's probably silly, but I'm not going to be out again today, so I don't think it'll be here yet. Oh, it actually is. Shop. Probably all junk, but you know, whatever. It's done. Anyway, yeah, so every year our PTA asks us, what would you like money for? And we get to write a grant for whatever it is that we want. And so as a grade level, we wanted some morning activities because we have morning rooms like before school starts where the kids come and spend their time when they're done eating breakfast or when they get off the bus or they get dropped off before school actually starts. So we got some activities for that. We got brain flakes and we got some of those magnet tiles. They love those. And then we also asked for Scholastic News and Science Spin. And so, yay, I'm so excited that I get to keep that and the others get to have that. So, yay. Plus, I still have issues I didn't use this year because they gave you a lot. There's one a week for the whole year. Sometimes you just don't have time to get to it, and I can still use them next year because you still have access to the online resources that go with those for several years in a row. So, they will not go to waste. And I could put them in like a station and the kids could work on that. It's great for lots of nonfiction things. So I love it how it hits our standards for ELA and science and social studies. I mean, it's win-win-win all the way across the board. The kids love it. I love it. It hits our standards. It goes right along with our pacing guide. It's awesome. So thank you to those of you that funded my last Donors Choose. Thank you to those of you that have already funded this next Donors Choose so I can go to the Get Your Teach On National Conference in Texas, in Grapevine, Texas. I'm super excited. At the end of June, I get to go. I've already got my plane ticket and my seats, so I'm not going to have a snafu like happened in Miami. If you watched me before, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm staying with Mariali, so she's going to be my roommate. I'm so excited. Yes, we're going to have a blast. It's going to be epic. We're going to have vlogs like you would not believe. So it's going to be good. I have things to look forward to. All right, I'm going to go in my garage and take my stuff inside and chill. Talk to you later. By the way, for those of you that are wondering if I'm going to be showing what I do this summer, of course I will. I am not in a doing kind of mood right now. This is my kind of chill week off, but I'm going to be starting some purging of the house and classroom sometime. I'm going to be doing some sorting. I got some bins for my classroom transformations. I guess I could shut the car off. And I've already made labels to label the end of them so that when they're sitting on a shelf, I can see what is what. And so I have some of my classroom transformation here in the garage. I've got like my movie theater one, my Mathville, Toy Story, not all of it's here, but some of it's here. March Madness. My Monsters Inc. one is still in my closet at school where it's sat since I did it. And it is heaping full. So I need to bring that one home. And I want to say I have part of my Men in Black is here and part of it is in the classroom. So I'm going to be getting those all organized when I organize my closet, because I would like to keep those bins at school so I'm not having to transfer back and forth. But if I can't, then I'm planning to get my whole basement fixed up and reorganized and get rid of a lot of stuff. We have some furniture down there that's in the unfinished part, just in storage, that we've had there since we moved here 12 years ago. Not kidding. But I've kind of been holding on to it, thinking I might use it for something. Caitlin might want it if she moves to an apartment soon-ish. So they're not in bad shape. They're just a little older. They're not super stylish, but they're not horrible. No holes, rips, anything like that. They're decent. They just don't go with our furniture that we have now. And she might want it because we do have a love seat that's in really good shape. And we have 2 chairs that would go with the love seat that are the same kind of blue. And I'm thinking, it's free for her. So why wouldn't she want it, right? I thought about taking the love seat to my classroom, but it's fabric and, lice and dirt. I don't know that I would do that unless I think there's like some kind of a protective spray, like you can Scotch guard it or something. I don't know. I don't know if that would work or not to keep lice off of it, because we have had lice in our school. I haven't really had an issue with lice in my classroom so much. I've had a student here or there get it, but I've never had a full-blown epidemic of all kinds of kids getting it, so that's nice. But I also don't have fabric stuff in my classroom other than, the window treatments. Everything that they sit on is either washable or it's vinyl. It can be wiped off. So I haven't had trouble with that spreading because of my beanbag type furniture or cushions. That's something to think about when you do flexible seating, is how it will hold up and if it's lice resistant. And lice can only live 24 hours without a host. So like if some kid in your classroom has gotten lice and you have headphones that are shared, bag up your headphones and just don't let them use them for like a weekend, and they're good because they can't live after that. So you're good. You even have extra time there, which is what I do. Alrighty. Like I said, I'm going in, gonna have some lunch and just chill out for a while.